Just going to give everyone a minute to join. Going live with Wednesday workshop today. I cannot believe it. It's April 27th, our last Wednesday workshop for April. I'm super happy to be back with y'all today. I have some really fun exercises for you today that I think are going to be really fun. And the other thing I wanted to discuss in today's workshop is energy. I feel like we talk a ton about intuition. The focus of the Wednesday workshop is always practice. How can we put it together? And I always try to add in a little bit of a topic if I have a time and a chance to put something together. And today I want to talk a little bit about energy, and we can start building on some of that. And also hygiene, psychic hygiene, which ties into intuition and energy. And then we'll do our exercises. I also think I found the setting that might help with some of the lagginess of the live videos. So if you can give me feedback on that, it would be awesome. So I know if that setting has fixed the problem or made it worse. All right, so before we get started with the exercises, today I'm going to talk about energy. One tip that I want to give to you guys is sage. I know that this is one of the most basic types of psychic hygiene and energy clearing, but it's really important and super easy and cheap and available for almost everybody. I got these white sage smudge sticks. I think at Whole Foods maybe years ago. A set of 3 of them cost me less than $10 and last forever. And all you need is a lighter, and you just light it on fire. And I don't know if you could see the smoke coming from it. And sage instantly clears energy. So every once in a while, you can sage yourself, your pets, walk through your house. I do have a fear of fire, so I didn't always use sage because of that fear of fire. But I'm pretty safe with it. When I'm carrying it around the house and saging my house, I carry it with this. This was a teacup that came from my grandmother's house. So I always make sure I carry it with it so anything that falls that might be hot doesn't start a fire. I do find that like this one, you can see already stopped smoking. So sometimes breaking up the smudge stick helps. So you can see in the bottom of my cup, I have all sorts of like smaller pieces of sage that sometimes I light those on fire. I also have a pair of tweezers, because in a lot of the techniques and energy techniques and clearing techniques, I write things on paper and I burn them. I always do that in the kitchen sink. And when I'm burning paper, I hold the end of it with this. And really anything I burn, I hold with these tweezers. And I do it in the sink near water. So, maybe I'm a little paranoid about that, but I definitely don't want to start a fire and want to be as safe as possible. If you've been watching me and following me for a while, the other thing about psychic hygiene, energetic hygiene, is about being in a relaxed state, being open, and then you visualize your energy being clear. And you can go through each of your chakras and clearing your chakras. I find that doing this in the shower and spending an extra 2 to 3 minutes in the shower every day, just working on your spiritual hygiene, visualizing the divine white light coming down, clearing out your energy, removing anything that no longer serves you, filling anything that might be blocking you with that white divine energy, and asking the angels, if you work with angels, your spirit guides, whatever higher power energy feels good for you, the universe. It doesn't matter, whoever you work with. Uh, Doing that in the shower, because you're in that open, relaxed space, and it takes literally like 2 to 3 minutes to do this, which is very little time, and you're already in that open space, um, helps me immensely. And I find when I get out of doing this, things aren't going as smoothly. It's also a mindset shift. I feel like it easily shifts you from whatever space you're in when you hop in the shower, and can shift you into a better mood, more connected to yourself, more open to connect with your intuition. So I always try to take that 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes in the shower to do that, and just connect with myself and clear out my energy. Hey, Rhonda. Yeah, I love sage, and it smells really good too. The added benefit. Oh, one more tip for today. This will be the last tip for today. And if you're interested in this topic, let me know. I can go on with it next week. Salt. Salt really clears out too. Sometimes I like to sprinkle salt on my carpets before I vacuum, and that really helps. And then the other thing you could do is take a spray bottle and dissolve salt into water, put it into a spray bottle, and just spritz the air. So those are some real physical, tangible things you can do to work on clearing your energy. And actually, that salt trick I'm going to use today, because I haven't done that in quite some time. I don't think I've actually ever done it in this house since I moved in here. All right, so first exercise of today, I have rocks. I chose one of them. I actually saged everything, all my space today before I came on. I saged, ooh, my dog is grabbing my arm and gonna knock these out. No, don't do that. And then I really focused in on one of these crystals. I spent a lot of time holding it. So hopefully you'll have a better connection today with this. I hope you can see these crystals. Okay, so I have a blue one here. This is demortarite. This is like blue. It's kind of dark. It's real gloomy here. I even have my ring light on, but I'm not sure. Hopefully you can see it. But this is blue or dark colored. I have an amethyst here. So this is like a light purple. I have a green one. I don't know what this is. I have quartz. This is a clear quartz crystal. And then in this red one, I don't know what this is. If you guys know what these, the green and the red one are, that would be awesome if you could tell me. All right, so I chose one of these. I want you to use your intuition to tell me which one I chose. Let me know how it came to you. If you just knew it, you saw a specific color, you were just drawn to one. And don't forget to ask your clarifying questions, of course. Sometimes it just does come to you, but if you ask clarifying questions, it might help you get a better response. All right, I'll be quiet and let you do the exercise. All right, Rhonda says she keeps seeing the purple one. The one I chose, though, is actually this green one. I don't know what kind of crystal this is, but that's the one I chose. All right. On to the next exercise. I'm going to just check on this one because I screwed it up the last time. If you guys remember, in my bowl, I had nothing in there. I will never trick you. When that happened, it was an accident and I had intended to put something in. So today I checked to make sure that there actually is something in this bowl. I'll give you a hint. There's an object in the bowl, and this is my mixing bowl and a kitchen towel, but it has nothing to do with the kitchen, all right? I know these are difficult because they can be anything at all, but it's really good because it really relies you to not take guesses, to really use your intuition to see what comes in. So I'm going to be quiet. I want you to ask your intuition to show you what object is in this bowl. I'll give you a minute to work with your intuition. All right, if you are watching the replay, you can pause it and see what you got. Keep working with your intuition. But I'm going to share the reveal right now, okay? This is a Barbie from my daughter. She has red hair. She has actually like a gymnastics Barbie. She has more flexible legs than most Barbies do. She has a girl power shirt on and like an exercise. Oh, yep. Rhonda got something. She got a rubber band, something that stretches. Right on, Rhonda. And that's a perfect example of why we are doing this together on Wednesday workshop, or the whole point of this is for us to deconstruct what symbols you're getting to figure out how your intuition is talking to you, because it does come in symbols. You're not going to, very rare, I shouldn't say you will not. I don't like putting anything in a box because some people may be so connected that and have been working with their intuition so long that they just know right off the bat what it's trying to tell you. But for most of us, it's coming in symbols, but we have to figure out what those symbols mean. So Rhonda got a rubber band, and at first glance, it looks nothing at all like, how does a rubber band relate to this Barbie here? And then I start telling you about the Barbie. Gymnastics, something that stresses. Maybe she stresses too. Stretches. So I think that's a perfect example, and I'm super happy that you said that, Rhonda. So thank you. I think we can really learn from this. But I got something in my eye. Do not just toss it off. If it came to you intuitively, like you see a rubber band, it's so particular that there's no way you made up a rubber band, unless of course you have a rubber band sitting on your table there, you look over at it, maybe you made that up, but maybe your intuition was pointing your eye to that rubber band to get you there. And so the more you ask clarifying questions, how does the rubber band connect to what Elizabeth has in the bowl? So the more questions you ask, eventually it will get you there. And so that's a reminder of why we do it that way. Okay, I have one more exercise for you today. Give me a minute to prepare it. Okay. In my kitchen towel, I have a book. I want you to tell me anything at all that you get about this book. Maybe you're getting words, maybe you're getting colors, maybe you're getting ideas, symbols that might relate to that book. So I want you to take a minute and just relax into it. Ask your intuition to show you anything at all that's important about the book. But then remember, ask your clarifying questions. Just keep taking it as far as you can. You can take notes on your phone and just write everything at all you get down. If you have paper right next to you, just keep writing it down, writing it down, writing it down. And then you can go back and ask questions based off that too. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to do this, and I'll try to be quiet here and let you do it. All right, I'm going to do the reveal now. If you are watching the replay again, pause it now before I share it. Rhonda, I hope you're done or have a good start on it before. I don't want to ruin it. There's a little bit of lag between the chat. So, okay. This is a book on how to do a Rubik's Cube. Rhonda got silver, which I think is right on here. It's blue, but it has that metallic, and I don't know if you can see with the light, there's a glare from the ring light. Let me turn it down a minute, see if that helps. But it has a metallic type finish on this book, so I think that's cool. And she got mysterious feeling. It's a mystery, which for so many, including myself, the Rubik's Cube is. I think I did a Rubik's Cube like in my bowl a couple weeks back, maybe it was a month or so back. And I maybe have told you this story, but the Rubik's Cube is super big with the boys in my family. My kids love Rubik's Cubes. There are so many laying around everywhere in the house. And the two boys know how to do it. They work at beating their time, but it's on my bucket list, learning how to do it. They have shown me like slowly learning. I've learned pieces of how to do it, but can't solve the whole thing yet. But anyway, it is definitely, Rhonda, you were definitely onto something with it. I think, again, another good example of your symbols here. All right, so I hope those exercises were helpful and fun for you. Rhonda, if you could give me some feedback on whether or not this live was glitchy, I'd love to hear that, because I think I did something with the settings today that may or may not have helped, so I'd like the feedback on that. So next week, I will be back with more. I hope to see you guys here. And if you're coming into the replay, put what you get in the comments, because I'd love to interact with you on it. And of course, if you have questions, I'm always open to answer. All right, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.